On this episode of Your Month in Review, Winter Storm Jonas bared down on Hagerstown, making most of our community snowbound for a few days. We'll show you how we address the blizzard to keep our city movable. And we're supporting our neighborhoods by taking care of those properties with trash, rubbish, and overgrown weeds. We'll bring you more information on how we're getting the job done quickly and efficiently. Plus, Hagerstown firefighters are getting an additional line of defense when battling blazes. See how a federal grant is helping them stay safe on the job. I'm Erin Wolf, and this is your month in review for January 2016. Winter Storm Jonas dropped 2 to 3 feet of snow on Hagerstown in about 24 hours, making it one of the largest storms in our city's history. Crews plowed continually throughout the blizzard, implementing the city's established plan to clear our streets. In the first 48 hours, 56 employees from across city departments contributed to operations. We also received assistance from the National Guard, helping those workers get to the job safely. The city of Hagerstown thanks our residents for their patience during the clearing and snow removal process. And we thank those who helped their neighbors dig out after the storm. Now, there are still some people who need a snow angel, a volunteer to clear sidewalks for city homeowners who are not physically able to shovel themselves. For more information, go to hagerstownmd.org/volunteer. Well, Mayor and Council is learning more about the realities of homelessness in our community and how the city can contribute to addressing the problem. The Washington County Homeless Coalition presented a report on homelessness. They believe this is a countywide issue, not just a challenge within the city of Hagerstown. At the point in time when their survey was taken, our community had a smaller homeless population at 1.4% compared to the national average, which is 1.9%. 11 homeless service providers participated in the survey by contributing data. Now, the Homeless Coalition ultimately hopes to share information with municipal governments to build partnerships and collaborations for developing community solutions to homelessness. They'll also be presenting the report at a meeting at the library, so make sure you look for that date to be announced in the future. We're making sure unsightly properties are addressed in a more timely way, helping our neighborhoods look their best. Mayor and Council approved the addition of a public works maintenance position to take care of code violations for high weeds and rubbish. The city previously contracted out this abatement work, but the problem wasn't being addressed as quickly as we liked. This change will also result in a cost savings and will add seasonal employees in the spring and summer months. This action supports Catalyst Project 8 of the Community City Center Plan, which expands homeownership opportunities in the city. Well, it's budget season, and the city administrator is working with finance staff to balance our municipal dollars for the upcoming fiscal year. Based on initial requests from city departments, we're seeing a $1.5 million gap in the general fund. Mayor and Council were presented a snapshot of the initial budget in a public work session. There was an agreement among the elected body to not increase property taxes to fill that gap. Now, in the coming weeks, finance and the city administrator will work with each department to make adjustments and balance the budget. The proposed budget will be presented to Mayor and Council by March 31st, and it must be approved by the end of May. Well, coming up next on your month in review, no, it's not Monopoly, but members of the community put their heads together to give their input on public art features along the new trail connecting City Park with the A&E District. Those details when we come back. Welcome back. We'll soon be constructing a trail to connect 2 of Hagerstown's most popular destinations, City Park and our Arts and Entertainment District and City Center. Public art will be used to create experiences along the trail and make it a destination in itself. Cochran Studios of Frederick has been contracted to develop public art concepts based on community feedback. Potential concepts include a misting installation, a sculpture garden, artistic fencing, sculptural playscapes, and much more. At a community meeting, attendees got to take a look at all of the concepts. Then they used a map of the trail to place the different public art features. They also used gems to determine how the funding for the project should be allocated in each phase. The public art plan was presented to Mayor and Council at the February 16th work session. The Hagerstown Fire Department is making the most of a grant from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The full awarded amount of the grant is $169,000. The funds will be used to purchase 65 sets of new turnout gear, the clothing that protects firefighters from flames and high heat. The department would like to replace this protective equipment about every 10 years based on industry best practices. Many of our 78 professional firefighters have gear that will soon be out of that date range. The city is making our community's needs known to lawmakers in Annapolis. The City of Hagerstown partnered again with the Washington County Community Coalition for the annual Day in Annapolis event. The coalition joins various partners across our area to bring a unified voice to lobby in Annapolis. Some of the issues we brought to the table this year include the Community City Center plan for downtown redevelopment and a potential Community Revitalization and Improvement Zone, also known as a CRIZ. This is a program that would incentivize developers by investing their tax payments into the debt service on their project. Well, we'd like you to join us for this year's State of the City presentation, the annual event that shows the progress we've made and takes a look at the direction we're heading. This is coming up on Tuesday, March 1st. There will be a morning presentation hosted by the Chamber of Commerce at Hager Hall. There is a cost associated with attending this, and you can register on the Chamber's website at hagerstown.org. Now, the evening presentation is being held at the library in the community room at 6:30 that evening. There's no cost to attend this event. At each presentation, you will have the opportunity to listen and ask questions of your elected officials. Well, thanks so much for watching. That's your month in review.